Man, I cannot tell you how long it's been since I've even turned this car on. This is by far my most neglected car, and I hate that. I'm gonna try to change that. Let's see if it even starts. This is my favorite car of all time, man. It never skips a beat. It never leaves me stranded. God, man, I love these E36s. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Welcome to an E36 episode, finally. So I have undoubtedly been neglecting the E36 M3, and it's making me very sad. It's depressing. The car has been collecting dust, spider webs, pretty much anything except miles. And that's not what it's about, man. I can't speak for every car enthusiast, but personally speaking, I mean, I buy these cars to drive these cars. And yeah, working on them is fun, and changing the way they look and doing stuff is, you know, all of that is part of the process of owning a car, part of the journey of owning a car, but driving them is really what it's about. And the E36 has not gotten much love lately, and so I figured I'd change that. The idea behind this video is to kind of change up a couple of things. It's gonna sound kind of lame, but you know, just sometimes switching things up, even little things, can kind of reignite motivation in whatever aspect of your life. And in this, I'm gonna get rid of a mod I did, one of the first mods I did when I first picked up the car, which was the integrated third brake light in the wing. I'm gonna take that off and install my LTW replica high-rise wing that was on the car when I bought it. And not only that, but we're gonna try and take the carbon fiber vinyl wrap that's on the hood off of the car, because it's really starting to fade. It's making the front end of the car look really, really bad. And I just think, you know, switching the wing out, taking that off, and kind of seeing the car in a new light, in a new way, will hopefully kind of inspire me to get back into working on it, because clearly a lot of the attention has been towards the E92 M3 lately. You know, I'm not going to sit here and try to make excuses to you guys, but, you know, in my opinion, I think it's because I've had a bunch of E36s in my prior, like, most in-depth build with an E36. You know, it was wide-bodied, I cut it up, it was on air, it was on three-piece wheels, I redid the interior, like a whole bunch of stuff. And unlike the E9X M3 platform, I hadn't gotten the chance to do that, and so I'm like really eager to do the stuff that I want to with that car. But I want to get back to this car. I've said it in previous videos, but I really, really, really want to focus on the drivability of this car, of the E36 M3. And I'm stating it now. I am officially putting it on record. Feel free to call me out if I can't hold myself to this, but I am prepping the E36 for next year's track season. I know we're kind of closing out of track season at this point, but as someone who's never been to the track, I don't know what I need. I don't know what I have to do to prepare the car. And being that where I live personally, I'm about 3 or 4 hours from the nearest track, and I don't have a truck and trailer, I'm gonna have to drive it there. And so I have to prep the car for that. I have to come up with a list of things I gotta bring. I gotta figure out, you know, the logistics of that. But I am putting it on record now. The plan for the car is to get it ready for the track. Now, it's not gonna be a full-blown track build. It's not gonna be a dedicated track car. Obviously, I gotta drive it there, so it's gotta be road legal, right? So I'm not gonna do anything crazy, at least not yet. But that's the plan. And so I want to get back to driving this car. I love these cars. I love the way they feel. I love the way they drive. I love the way they look. I love everything about E36s. They're my favorite car. It's why I have one tattooed on my arm. And so we're just going to try to switch it up today and kind of reignite the motivation to work on it. So with that, let's get the old new wing off, the old newer wing off and put on my old wing. Here we go. Alright you guys, there we have it. That is today's video. I think it turned out pretty much to be expected. I wasn't sure of the condition of the hood prior to buying the car, and it's the first time I've seen underneath the vinyl wrap, so I wasn't sure what to expect, and I'm not sure if it's better or worse, to be honest with you guys. Obviously the splotchy primered look versus the really sun-faded fake carbon fiber vinyl wrap look, I'm not sure which is worse, but I am stoked to have that vinyl wrap off. That means that I could start prepping, you know, all of the car really, but now at least the hood for whatever comes next, whether it be paint or wrap. I'm leaning towards wrap, and I'll get into that in a future video, but nonetheless, the vinyl wrap is off, the wing is on, and I couldn't be more stoked with the way the car looks, just kind of visually, like the silhouette of the car. And I think, you know, despite the wing that it was on, or that was on it before, and me being really stoked to have put that on, I think this wing just suits the car better for what I want to do with it down the road, which is of course get it on track. Combine that with the fact that I have the Turner Motorsports adjustable front splitter, I think just the aesthetic of the car looks better with the high-rise wing on it versus the wing that was on it before. Hopefully you guys agree. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, not a super technical video today, but it was definitely a necessary step, in my opinion, to kind of reignite the motivation, or my motivation rather, to get working on this car again. I told you guys earlier in the video that it's been neglected. I've just let it sit for far too long, and I want to focus on driving the car And so I want to get it ready for that. And so with that, I actually want to ask you guys, if any of you made it this far in the video and you're watching this right now, I do want to ask for a favor. If anybody has any track experience or knows somebody with track experience, I'd love any advice on just a good place to start, whether it be parts, whether it be safety equipment. I don't have a helmet. I don't have things, you know, I have to upgrade my brakes and redo brake fluid. I got to do some maintenance on it because I have some oil leaks, like all sorts of stuff. But if there's a better bang for buck place to start, I'd love to know about it, because I'll start there and I'll start filming that stuff. But I don't want to skip ahead and do the unnecessary things if I could just, you know, get to the stuff that's necessary first. Because first and foremost, the goal is to just get the car out. I could worry about how it looks and, you know, all sorts of little details here and there after I get some experience. So if anybody has any advice for me, please leave it below in the comments, and I would really appreciate it. But yeah, overall, major success today. Like I said, the car looks pretty gnarly, but I think it was a good starting point. And like I said, you know, just seeing the car like it is now, it's definitely motivating to continue working on it and get it ready for the track. And so I would consider this, you know, the very first video in the track prep series. I'm really excited to start it. I've been thinking about it for some time, and it was a big reason why I actually picked this car up. I wanted to kind of document the process from complete noob to getting a car out on track and documenting that whole thing for you guys. And I think it'll be a fun one. So please consider subscribing if you're interested in seeing that. You know, turn on post notifications, like the videos. That's the best way to support this channel, is just liking and commenting and subscribing, because I don't have merch, you know, and I don't make hardly anything from this channel. Everything I do on my cars, I pay for. I'm not sponsored by anything, you know, not yet anyways. But yeah, that's the best you could do if you're looking to support just people who are in this community and making videos for the community. So with all that being said, I appreciate you guys checking it out. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.